Hello, today we're going to be discussing the nitrogen cycle. So first thing, nitrogen is an atom, so it makes up matter. And as discussed in the carbon cycle and water cycle lessons, matter and energy cannot genuinely be created or destroyed. Instead, they are continually transformed. So ever since the universe again came into existence around 13.8 billion years ago, it's been the same matter and energy in the universe, just continually transformed. When we're talking about the nitrogen cycle today, we're going to be talking about how specifically nitrogen, that element, that form of matter, is transformed. Fun fact about nitrogen is that it makes up about 78% of the atmosphere, and it is an essential nutrient for all life. So plants, animals, bacteria, they all need nitrogen to survive. Dictionary definition of the nitrogen cycle. So it is the series of processes by which nitrogen and its compounds are interconverted in the environment and in living organisms, including nitrogen fixation and decomposition. There are two main components of the nitrogen cycle. There is nitrogen fixation and there is denitrification. So, nitrogen fixation is the chemical processes by which atmospheric nitrogen is assimilated into organic compounds, especially by certain microorganisms as part of the nitrogen cycle. So as we can see in the picture below, nitrogen fixation is just that there's bacteria in the earth that take nitrogen from the air, convert it into a liquid or solid form that can be used by plants, so life. So plants can get their nitrogen nutrients, and then when animals, humans consume plants, that is how the nitrogen is essentially transferred into animals and humans, and then they meet their nutrition requirement. The other process is denitrification, so that is the chemical processes by which assimilated organic nitrogen compounds are converted into atmospheric nitrogen. So this is essentially the opposite process of nitrogen fixation. So again, nitrogen fixation is going from the air into the earth. Denitrification is going from the earth, so those solid or liquid nitrogen compounds that the plants use, they get converted back into nitrogen gas through denitrification. And we can see that in the picture above the denitrification definition. Example of a chemical compound that is converted back into the atmosphere would be nitrogen, or NO3. So bacteria, highly involved in the nitrogen cycle. There is one kind of bacteria that performs denitrification, one kind of bacteria that performs nitrogen fixation, and then there is also another kind of bacteria that decomposes dead tissue, which draws out any remaining nitrogen compounds. So again, when things die, animals, plants, bacteria consumes them, and essentially any nitrogen remaining in those organisms, once they're dead, bacteria consumes essentially the rest of it. Here we have a large-scale picture of the nitrogen cycle. As we can see, a lot of things are happening beneath the Earth's surface, because that's where both the nitrogen fixation and denitrification are happening. You can see some of the compounds such as ammonium, ammonia, nitrates, and nitrites, all those nitrogen compounds that are essential nutrients. You can see the decomposing bacteria at work as well, and we can see the nitrogen gas in the air circulating. Here we have another image of the nitrogen cycle. This is really just to show that bacteria that do the two nitrogen processes, not only do they exist in the earth, they also can exist in the ocean, in the water. So you have marine life getting their nitrogen needs as well. And yes, this is essentially the nitrogen cycle. Also lightning, when it strikes, the chemical reaction that happens when lightning strikes, that also generates nitrogen gas release. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe, and remember to spread